गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान् शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Om. Dear friends, in the last class we were reading the 67th shloka of 18th adhyaya. That shloka was Idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha shushrushave vachyam na cha mam yobhyasuyati. So the Anvaya is Idam na vachyam. This knowledge should not be given, should not be told. To whom? Na atapaskaya. One who is not a tapasvi, one who does not have that capacity to contemplate. Tapasvi means, tapa means alochane, that is contemplation, meditation. One who doesn't have that capacity, a capability, that steadiness for meditation and contemplation. So for such a man you should not give. Na abhaktaya. One who has no devotion, one who has absolutely no devotion, to any divine, doesn't believe in any sort of divine agency. So for such a person, na bhaktaya, na cha ashushrushaveh. Shushrushu means shrotumicha shushrusha. That is keenness to listen, keenness to know, not merely listen, keenness to know and understand. That is what is shushrusha. So shushrusha also extends to some personal seva, because in olden days, the students, they also used to do some shishrusha to the teacher, in the sense that they used to go fetch some various things for the, household, management, etc. So all that thing was shishrusha, part of shishrusha. So shishrusha, one who has shishrusha is shishrushu, shishrushuhu. So shishrusha ve is Chaturthi Vibhakti, Gurave, something like that, Shushrushaveh. So nacha ashushrushaveh. One who does not have that sort of shraddha should not be told. Nacha mam yo abhyasuyati. Mam yaha abhyasuyati. One who finds fault with me, abhyasuyati. Abhi asuyati. Asuya, guneshu doshavishkaranam asuya. That is, you are not incapable of seeing the good thing, only capable of seeing the bad thing. That is what is asuya. What is this Krishna Yadav teaching us? So something like that. So, in fact, this is also an important point, in the sense that in his time, in Lord Krishna's time, if you see the story of Mahabharata, the then kings, some of these Kshatriyas, they berated him, they ridiculed him. Oh, you are a Yadava, you are not a Kshatriya. So they were just berating him. So if you recall the story of that Shishupala, Jayadratha, so he was abusing Sri Krishna so many times. You Yadava, so something like that. So for such a man who does not have regard for me, who does not see the divine nature in me and who sees me only as some Krishna Yadav, who does not see the Krishna in me, who does not see the, Gita Acharya in me, but who sees only Krishna Yadav in me. So for such a man, na kadachana vachyam, at any point of time, na kadachana, at any point of time, under no circumstances, it should not be told. So that is the point. So let us see the bhashyam. Idam shastram te tava hitaya maya vuktam samsara vichittaye atapaskaya taporahitaya na vachyam iti vyavahitena sambadhyate. So idam shastram, this particular shastram, this particular knowledge, te Tava hitaya maya vuktam, whatever has been told by me in your interest, tava hitaya, then samsara vichittaye, that is, in order to destroy this transmigration, in order to destroy this process of transmigration, because otherwise you will be caught in that transmigration only. So, in order to get rid of this samsara, I have given you this divine knowledge. So, then na atapaskaya. Atapaskaya means taporahitaya, one who is devoid, one who is not, capable of that contemplation, meditation, etc. Na vachyam iti vyavahitena sambadhyate. na vachyam. So idam te na idam na tapaskaya vachyam. Vachyam is at a distance. Vyavahitena. Vyavahitena means that which is at a far off place. Vyavahitena. Vyavadhanam means a separation. Vyavahitam means something which has been separated. Separated means which is in the second, third pada it is there. In the first pada, tapana, tapaskaya is there. Vachyam is in the third pada. Na tapaskaya vachyam. So it is vyavahitena sambandha means it is connecting to a distant word in the same shloka. Vyavahitena means connecting to a distance. Vyavahitena sambandha means connecting to a distant word in the same shloka. Iti vyavahitena sambadhyate. Then tapasvinepi abhaktaya guru deva bhakti rahitaya kadachana kasyanchidapaya avasthayam na vachyam. Okay. Even if he is a tapasvi, that is, a fellow is having that, say, capacity to meditate, capacity to think and whatnot. But then one who is not a bhakta, one who does not have regard for, say, guru, one who does not have regard for deva, divine, he does not have any regard for the divine, nor a guru, nor a teacher. He doesn't have that, say, willingness to listen to a teacher. So that humility to listen to a teacher. Abhaktaya guru deva bhakti rahitaya. He doesn't have faith in a guru, he doesn't have faith in the deva, that is divine agency. Kadachana kasyanchidapayavasthayam. In any situation, in any type of situation, it should not, na vachyam, it should not be told. Then bhaktaha tapasvi api san. Tapasvi api san. Bhaktas tapasvi api san. San. Ashishrushuhu yo bhavati. Tasmai api na vachyam. So a person is a bhakta and also a tapasvi. But then he is not ashishrushu. He is a lazy man. He is a lazy bhakta. There can be a bhakta, but then he is a lazy bhakta. He is not a shushrushu. He doesn't have that, say, ability to listen. He doesn't have that willingness to come, sit before a teacher and then sit in the, say, do some shushrusha to the teacher. So for such a person, na vachyam. So it means that one should have all these qualities. One should be a tapasvi, one who should be a bhakta, one should also be a shushrushu. And one more thing is there. Nacha yo mam vasudevam prakrutam manusyam matva abhyasuyati atma prashamsadi doshadhyaropanena adhyaropanena mama ishwaratvam ajanan na sahate asau api ayogyah tasmai api na vachyam. Okay. Nacha, and also one more person is excluded. Who is that? Yaha mam Vasudevam. I who am Vasudeva. Vasudeva means one who dwells in every being, in all beings. Vasanti Jaganti Asmin is one thing. Vasati sarvasu sarveshu bhuteshu. So that is sarveshu bhuteshu vasati. So that is, he is also Vasudeva. So one who is the indwelling agency in all, and one in whom all the worlds live. So that means that supreme being, which is, say, in which what all lokas you think of, they can all be visualized. They have to be visualized only in that consciousness. And this is the thing which is there in every being. So that is the Vasudeva Tattvam. So Vasudevam Prakrutam Manushyam Matva. So they think that I am an ordinary Prakruta Manushi. Prakruta means some sort of refined, unrefined person. Prakruta is some unrefined person. Matva, by estimating me like that, by thinking me like that, assessing me like that. Abhyasuyati. Abhyasuyati means Guneshu, the one who finds fault with me. What is the fault here? That is Atma Prashamsadi Doshadhyaropanena. This fellow is some ordinary Yadava. He is calling him the Supreme Lord. Atma Prashamsa. That is Atma Prashamsa, isn't it? Atma Prashamsa is self-praise. Atma Prashamsadi Dosha Adhyaropana. They are attributing that particular dosha to me. They are attributing the fault of self-praise to me. This ordinary Yadava, he is calling himself the Supreme Lord, etc. So he is like nowadays also we find some of these Swamis who claim to be God. So of course we do not know how far they can be equated. We can't say them. We can't say that they can be equated to Krishna or something like that. But the believers, they do believe like that. For example, Puttapati Sai Baba, believers, they do believe that he is the reincarnation of Krishna. We can't find fault with them. So he was also saying, I am the reincarnation of Krishna. He was also saying. But we are, anyway, this is a very clear example which I have taken. But then, even in those days, in his all his contemporaries, Krishna's contemporaries, they also found fault with him in that contemporaneous society. So they found fault with him. So in the same manner. So Mam Abhyasuyati Atma Prashamsadi Doshadhyaropanena. So they attributed all this dosha to him. Then Mama Ishwaratvam Ajanan, not knowing my Ishwaratvam, not knowing that I am an avatara, I am the reincarnation, I am a reincarnation, not reincarnation, I am an incarnation, and then not knowing my divine nature. Then Ajanan, Na Sahate, one who does not tolerate me. So then such person also, Asau api means such person also, api ayogyaha, he is unfit. Tasmai api navachyam, even to such a man he should not be told. Then Bhagavati Bhaktaya Tapasvine Shushrushave Anasuyevecha Vachyam Shastramiti Samarthyat Gamyate. So Samarthyat means by this context, in the overall context, what does it mean? Bhagavati Bhaktaya, one who is devoted to the Lord. Then Tapasvine, one who has the ability to contemplate. Shushrushave, one who is having that ability to humility to listen. Then Anasuyave, one who does not berate the Lord. For such a person, Shastram Vachyam iti Samarthyad Avagamyate. So then he is referring to Shankaracharya, is referring to another Smriti, where it is said that Medhavine Vachyam, Tapasvine instead of Tapasvine. Some other Shruti it says Medhavine. It doesn't make much difference because Medhavi, Tapasvi also is somebody who is also having some Medha Shakti. He is also somebody who is having some intelligence and then who is having that Dhi Shakti, isn't it? So anyway, he is quoting that Tatra Medhavine Tapasvineva Ityanayoha Vikalpadarshanath Shushrusha Bhakti Yuktaya Tapasvine Tadyuktaya Medhavineva Vachyam. So some other Smriti, it says because Anandagiri says Smrutyantaram Anusrutya Medhavitvam Antarbhavayati. He says Smrutyantaram Anusrutya means in some other Smriti, Bhagavad Gita is a Smriti. In some other Smriti, something it is said that Medhavine instead of Tapasvine, some other Smriti has said Medhavine. So it doesn't matter. It seems by Shankaracharya's time, that Smriti also must have been there. So he is referring to that Smriti. We don't know what exactly is that Smriti. Medhavine Tapasvineva. Either for a Medhavi or for a Tapasvi. Ityanayoho Vikalpa Darshanath. Vikalpa means that alternative. Vikalpa Darshanath, because the two possibilities are shown. So when that is so, Shushrusha Bhakti Yuktaya Tapasvine. So a Tapasvi who is having this Shushrusha and also Bhakti, or Tadyuktaya Medhavine, or a Medhavi who is also having that Bhakti and Shushrusha. To such a person it has to be told. It doesn't make much difference. Shushrusha Bhakti Viyuktaya
Shushrusha Bhakti Viyuktaya
Na Tapasvine Napi Medhavine Vachyam.
Na Tapasvine na Bhaktaya Napi Medhavine Vachyam.
Vachyam. Okay. Shushrusha Bhakti Viyuktaya. One who is not having that Shushrusha, one who is not having Bhakti. Viyukta means one who is devoid of. Viyuktaya, one who is not having those two qualities. Na Tapasvine, neither to a Tapasvi, Napi Medhavine, nor to a Medhavi. Tapasvi is a meditator, a contemplator. Medhavi is an intellectual. So let us say, okay, we will distinguish like that. So Tapasvi is a person who is having that contemplative nature. Medhavi is an intellectual. So either to this man or to that man it should not be told. Medhavine navachyam. Then Bhagavati Asuya Yuktaya
भगवति असूयायुक्ताय
Samasta Gunavatepi navachyam.
समस्त गुणवतेऽपि न वाच्यम्.
So one who finds fault with the Lord, one who berates Lord Krishna. So to such a man, even if he is having all other virtues, he should not be told. So that is the point. Samasta Gunavatepi. If all other qualities, even if they are there, it should not be told. Guru Shushrushadi Bhakti Matecha.
गुरु शुश्रूषा भक्तिमते च
Not Adi. Guru Shushrushha Bhakti Matecha. Vachyamiti. Ityesha. Shastra Sampradaya Vidhihi.
शास्त्र संप्रदाय विधिः.
So this Shastra Sampradaya. So there is, for every Shastra there is a Sampradaya. Sampradaya means how it has to be transferred from generation to generation, from one to the another. Sam plus pra plus daya. Sam is
सम्यक् प्रतीयते.
pradiyate. It is Sampradaya. Da to dai dane. Prakashena. Samyak prakashena diyate. So that is what is Sampradaya. It is you are handing down to your son is handing down to his son or daughter, whatever it is, and then they are handing down and down. So that is what is Sampradaya. So Sampradaya is something like a relay race. So you are supposed to take the baton and then you are run and then give to that fellow, and that fellow will run and then give to another fellow. Sampradaya is something like a relay race. So Sampradaya, what is this Sampradaya? So Sampradaya is you have to transmit to only this person, Guru Shushrushha Bhaktimatecha, one who is having this Guru Shushrushha and also Bhaktiman, to that man, to such a person it has to be told. So in this shloka we have seen who is the adhikari for this shastra. Who is the adhikari means who is entitled or who is eligible to study this shastra. Then now we are coming to the teacher. What is the benefit for the teacher? So now Krishna is telling this Phalashruti. Phalashruti means after for all this, okay, what are you getting, what are you getting, what are you getting? So now it is a reward for the teacher. Next comes to your case, the reward for the student. So about the teacher he is saying, Ye idam paramam guhyam.
This small
Avatarika. Where is this? Sampradayasya kartuhu.
Sampradayasya kartuhu.
Phalam idanim aha.
Phalam idanim aha.
So this Sampradaya karta. Who is this Sampradaya karta? The person who transfers it to the next generation. It is the teacher. It is the teacher who transfers this knowledge to the next generation. He is the Sampradaya karta. Kartuhu is Shashti Vibhakti. For that Sampradaya karta, phalam, what is the benefit he is, what is the reward he is getting? So my reward is now being told. So anyway, ye idam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshvabhidhasyati bhaktim mayi param krutva mame vaishyatya samshayah. So yaha idam paramam guhyam. This greatest secret. Secret means again not something to be very secretly kept and then not to be shared with others, not like that. It is something which has to be highly protected, something which has to be this knowledge which has to be protected. So that is, in that sense, it is guhyam. This particular knowledge which has to be protected and which has to be transferred to our children. So this thing, so you come to the third pada, bhaktim mayi param krutva. So with that sense, with that spirit, with that sort of with that frame of mind. What is that frame of mind? Mayi, in me, param bhaktim krutva. Having supreme faith in me, having supreme bhakti in me. So even if I teach without bhakti in the Lord, I will not get this phalam. So I have to teach with all faith in that Lord, with all bhakti, ananya bhakti. When it comes to bhakti, that ananya bhakti, that level of bhakti, I should have that ananya bhakti, supreme bhakti, para, and Krishna is using a word called para bhakti, he is qualifying it. Param bhaktim, bhaktim mayi param krutva. That para bhakti is ananya bhakti only. Having reached that stage, a teacher is supposed to teach, a teacher is supposed to transmit to the student. Bhaktim mayi param krutva, yaha idam paramam guhyam, mad bhakteshu abhidhasyati. Mad bhakteshu means among my devotees, mad bhakteshu, it is in Saptami Vibhakti, among my students, abhidhasyati, abhidhasyati, abhidha means telling, abhidha, lakshana, vyanjana, you must be knowing those words. Abhidhasyati means who will be able to tell. It is in future tense. Abhidhasyati. Who will be able to tell. The person who will, who not be able also, who will tell. Who will tell. Not able to say. There is no able here. Abhidhasyati. Who will tell among my students. So, mameva eshyati. Mam eva eshyati. Eva eshyati, mam eva eshyati. Mam eva, me only. Eshyati means he will come. Eshyati. Yeti dhatu, the future, root. That is, eshyati means he will come to me. Mame vaishyati, he will reach me, he will attain me. Na samshayaha, asamshayaha, without any doubt, he will reach me. So the reward for the teacher is, the teacher who, with this frame of mind, that is with having para bhakti in his mind, supreme devotion in his mind, that ananya bhakti in his mind, who transfers this greatest, say highly secret in the sense something which has to be greatly highly protected. So who transfers this among the student, among the devotees. So such a teacher, he will attain me. So that is the shloka. Is it clear?
Yes.
Ya imam yathoktam paramam nishreyasartham keshavarjunayo samvada rupam grantham guhyam gopyam madbhakteshu mayi bhaktimatsu abhidhasyati vakshiyati granthatah arthatascha sthapayishyati ityarthah. Okay. The one who, imam, this particular yathoktam, paramam nishreyasartham. Paramam nishreyasartham is that which has the purpose or objective. Artham means purpose or objective, isn't it? Nishreyasartham means that which has the objective of attaining this parama nishreyasa, that supreme goal, nishreyasam, that is the supreme and highest thing, say to be achieved. So that is the objective. So that particular knowledge, what is that? Keshavarjunayo samvada rupam grantham. This particular text, which is samvada rupam, which is of the nature of, samvada rupam means which is in the shape of Keshavarjunayo samvada. That is the samvada, the discussion between samvada, vivada, those words we have seen in the very beginning. Samvada means where there is a student and a teacher. The student is keen to listen and know. So that the discussion between a student and teacher is called samvada. Vivada is something different. Vivada is argument. Vada is something different. Vada, simple vada is different. Vada is where people come together in order to do some brainstorming and arrive at the truth. So that is vada. So samvada is between a teacher and a student. Vivada is between two opponents. So that is it. Vada dhatu, same vadi. So then samvada rupam grantham, guhyam gopyam, something this has to be something which has to be protected. Mad bhakteshu, mayi bhakti matsu, those who have devotion in me, bhakti matsu, abhidhasyati vakshyati. Abhidhasyati is again in future tense, that is a root. Vakshyati, vada dhatu, vakshyati. So granthatah arthatascha sthapayishyati. Granthatah arthatascha. Granthatah means the text, that is explaining the text, and also arthatah, and you go to the depths of the meaning. You go to the depths of the meaning and then make the other man also realize, make the other man also reach that highest level of purity. Because in Gita, we are what is it we are seeing? Not merely an intellectual content. It is not a mere intellectual content. He is telling about Karma Yoga, which is purifying in nature. He is telling about this Atma Sanyama Yoga, which is about self-restraint, and then that has to be achieved over a period of time. And again he is telling about dhyana, that meditative practices which give him the nishchalatvam of mind, that is concentration of mind. Then he is telling about bhakti. So this is a sort of internal transformation which has to go. So a teacher is something like a gardener who is watching a fruit which becomes ripe. So this is arthatasya, one who makes the student realize that particular stage. So that is arthatasya. Granthatah means simply explaining the grantha. Arthatah means Conveying the artha, that is reaching that artha. Reaching that artha means reaching that purpose, attaining that purpose. That is arthatascha, attaining that purpose. So arthatascha sthapayishyati means establishes in his mind. So such a person, yatha tvayi maya, just as in you by me. Tvayi means in you by me. Anything?
We have to read.
Yatha tvayi maya means just as I have done in you. So that is it. Bhaktehe punargrahanat.
Bhaktehe punargrahanat.
Bhaktimatrena kevalena.
Bhaktimatrena kevalena.
Shastra sampradane patram bhavati iti gamyate.
Shastra sampradane patram bhavati iti gamyate.
So here in this particular shloka, Mad bhakteshva vidhasyati bhaktim mayi param krutva. There is a reference to bhakti. Quite often there is a reference to bhakti by Lord Krishna. So that is why Shankaracharya says, Bhaktehe punargrahanat. Bhakti, the idea of bhakti has been mentioned again. Punaha grahanat means it has been mentioned again. So by that, bhakti matrena kevalena, even by mere bhakti. So even if you are not a scholar, even if you are not say Shushrushu, even if you are not something else, if you are having bhakti, by mere bhakti, you will become eligible. So bhakti is definitely given a special status in our sampradaya, because you may be an intellectual, you may be this, that, etc., etc. But if you do not have that bhakti, then something is lacking. That is the basic, all other things are karma yoga, where the individual himself is striving. Individual effort only is there. Bhakti is one thing where the divine also is giving a helping hand. So we have seen that analogy of a person swimming, a lover trying to meet a lady, trying to meet her lover. So the lover comes halfway and then picks her up and then takes her. So God is compared to a lover who will come halfway and then picks you up and then leads you to the other shore. So that is the advantage of bhakti, isn't it? So kevalena bhakti matrena kevalena, even by mere bhakti. Then shastra sampradane patram bhavati. A person becomes eligible. A person becomes eligible. One second. Eligible. Iti gamyate. So it is inferred. It can be inferred. Gamyate means it can be inferred like that. It is understood like that. Gamyate means it leads to that. Gama dhatu, it is leading, isn't it? Going. Gamyate means it leads to that. That means it can be inferred that even by mere bhakti, a person becomes eligible. Then katham abhidhasyati tyuchyate.
Katham abhidhasyati tyuchyate.
Bhaktim mayi param krutva.
Bhaktim mayi param krutva.
Bhagavataha paramaguroho shushruषा maya kriyate ityevam krutva ityarthaha.
Bhagavataha paramaguroho shushruषा maya kriyate ityevam krutva ityarthaha.
So the teacher also should be in this frame of mind. What is that? Katham abhidhasyati. How is he going to tell? Uchyate, it is being told. Bhaktim mayi param krutva. That is having that supreme bhakti, supreme devotion, ananya bhakti in me. When thinking in this manner, Bhagavataha paramaguroho shushruषा maya kriyate. I am doing shushruષा for the Lord who is the paramaguru, who is the supreme guru, who is the teacher of all teachers. So that sort of, with that notion in mind, one has to teach. Ityevam krutva, with that notion in mind, the teacher has to teach. Iti ityarthaha. Then tasya idam phalam.
Tasya idam phalam.
Mame vaishyati muchyate evatra muchyate.
Mameva eshyati muchyate eva.
Muchyate eva atra samshayaha na kartavyaha.
Atra samshayaha na kartavyaha.
So okay, tasya idam phalam. For him, this is the reward. What is the reward? He will attain me. Mameva eshyati muchyate eva. Mameva eshyati means he gets moksha. He gets realization. He attains realization. So that is the meaning. Atra samshayaha na kartavyaha. One need not doubt in this. So that is the thing. Then kincha. Now the question of student. Teacher is over. Now it is the question of student. Okay, the teacher himself is again, for the teacher itself it is going. The next shloka is also about the teacher. He is going to say that sort of teacher, he is the dearest to me. There is nobody who is dearer to me than that type of teacher. So he has devoted 2 slokas for the teacher. Nacha tasman manushyeshu
न च तस्मान् मनुष्येषु
कश्चिन् मे प्रियकृत्तमः
कश्चिन् मे प्रियकृत्तमः
भविता न च मे तस्माद्
भविता न च मे तस्मात्
अन्यः प्रियतरो भुवि.
अन्यः प्रियतरो भुवि.
So tasmad anyah priyatarah na bhavita. Tasmad anyah, other than him, priyatarah na bhavita. Priyatarah means one who is dearer to me. Na bhavita, will not be. Na bhavita. Bhavishyati is one type of future tense. That is one type of, in Sanskrit there are 3 types of past tense, 2 types of future tense. You must be knowing that. Those 10 lakaras, grammar you must be knowing. In grammar, those 10 lakaras, there are 3 future past tenses, 2 future tenses. 2 future tenses are, one is lrut, bhavishyati is one type of lrut. That is samanya bhavishyat. Then there is another thing called anadyatana bhavishyat. That is bhavita. Bhavishyati is one type of future. Bhavita is another future. Bhavita also means it will be. Bhavishyati, Bhavishyati is it will be. Bhavita also it will be. Bhavishyati can be in the very next moment. Bhavishyati can be at any point of time. Now I am saying Bhavishyati. So it can happen even the next moment. Bhavita means not adyatana, anadyatana. At some point of time, at a later time. So that is the difference between adyatana bhavishyat and also bhavishyat. So bhavita nacha me tasmad anyah. There will be nobody who is dearer to me. There will be no one who is dearer to me than such a teacher. So manushyeshu na kaschin me priyakruttamah. Priyakrut. So let us see the words. Nacha tasmat manushyeshu kaschit me priyakruttamah. Tasmad anyah. You see, tasmad me priyakruttamah anyah na bhavita. The construction is tasmad anyah priyakruttamah na me bhavita. Priyakruttamah means priyakrut. Priyam karoti iti priyakrut. One who does, one who pleases me. One who makes me happy is that priyakrut. One who pleases me, one who worships me in this sense. One who one who does make me happy. That is what is priyakrut. Priyakruttamah means that is the superlative. Among all these priyakruts, he is the priyakruttamah. So that means beyond that there is nobody who is dearer to me. That is the point. Tasmat, nacha tasmat, than him. Tasmat means than him. Manushyeshu, among all the human beings, na kaschit me priyakruttamah. There is no one who is dearer to me. Bhavita, na bhavita means no one will be dearer to me. Nacha me tasmadanyah priyataro bhuvi. There will be no one who will be dearer to me than such a man. So he is telling the same thing twice in the same shloka. Then let us see the bhashyam. Nacha tasmat shastra sampradaya krutah manushyeshu manushyanam madhye kaschit me mama priyakruttamah atishayena priyakruttamah
कश्चित् मे मम प्रियकृत्तमः अतिशयेन
प्रियकृत्तमः अन्यः प्रियकृत्तमः नास्त्येव इत्यर्थः. Okay. न च तस्मात्, other than him. Tasmat means than him. Tasmat shastra sampradaya krutah. Shastra sampradaya krutah is also in Panchami Vibhakti. Tasmat Panchami Vibhakti. Shastra sampradaya krutah Panchami Vibhakti. Shastra Sampradaya Krut is the word. Shastra Sampradaya Krutaha is again Panchami. So, other than that Shastra Sampradaya Krut, that is the point. Other than that Shastra Sampradaya Krut. Shastra Sampradaya Krut means one who is transferring this Shastra to the future generations. One who is transferring this Shastra to the other generations. Other than such a teacher who is transferring this to the other generations, there is no one who is dearer to me. Manushyeshu manushyanam madhye, among all the human beings, among all the people, kaschit me mama priyakruttamah, no one, me mama priyakruttamah, one who is most dear to me, one who pleases me most. You may do 100 types of pujas, you may do 100 types of yajnas, All those maybe, they are all Priyakrut. But then this chap is the Priyakruttama. You may do 100 types of, you may break 100 coconuts or 1000 coconuts and do 100 yagas. Beyond all that, this chap is Priyakruttama. So that is the point. Priyakruttamaha. Atishayena Priyakruttamaha. Extremely. Atishayena means extremely Priyakruttamaha. He is extremely dearer to me than somebody who breaks 1000 coconuts or 1000 say pujas, 1000 vratas, for example, let us say. Priyakruttamaha. Nastyeva ityarthaha. No one who is dearer than that. Then not only now, Vartamaneshu nacha bhavita bhavishyatyapi kale.
Nacha bhavita bhavishyatyapi kale.
Tasmat dvitiyo anyaha.
Tasmat dvitiyo anyaha.
Priyataro bhuvi loke asmin.
Priyataro bhuvi loke asmin.
Okay. Nacha bhavita. Sorry. Vartamaneshu. So, among Manushyeshu, Vartamaneshu refers to Manushyeshu. Among all the people, he said, when Vartamaneshu, people who are now existing, then he says, not only now existing, but even in the future, the people who are going to, say, come in future, among future people also, na bhavita, not even in the bhavishyatyapi kale, even in the future. Tasmat, dvitiyaha anyaha priyataro bhuvir na loke. That na has to be connected here. Tasmat na dvitiyaha anyaha priyataraha. There is no one who is dearer to me. So after all said and done, we should also take it as some sort of, say, a little bit of arthavada. Because it is not as though one teacher at one point of time is the dearest to the Lord for all times. It is not like that. There are thousands and thousands of teachers who have taught Gita. If you take right from the time of Krishna, hundreds and thousands of people must have taught, say this Gita. So all those people definitely are dear to Lord. And all those people, if they really reach this stage, Bhaktim Mayi Param Krutva, naturally they are also realized people. Once they are realized people, they are not different from Krishna himself. They are not different from Brahman himself. So in that sense also we can justify. We can either take it as an arthavada if you are still at a lower level and then if you are seeking the grace of God. Or if you think that, okay, I am also that, they say not different from Brahman. If you are reaching that stage called Bhaktim Mayi Param Krutva, then naturally that is also justified here. So, you can take it either as arthavada or the truth also. So, Vartamaneshu nacha bhavita bhavishyatyapi kale. Bhavita means, in Telugu we can say undabodu, let us say. Nobody will be like that. Nobody will be dearer to me, even in future. So that means whether it is past, present or future, if you are a Brahmagyani, you are Brahma. So the Brahma is something which is there, which is supreme either in the past or present or future. So in that sense also we can take it. Then, loke asmin. Okay, next, yopi. Now it is coming, he is coming to the student. Adhyeshyate cha imam dharmam. Your book, does it say adhyeshyate or adhyeshyati?
Adhyeshyate.
Yeah, adhyeshyate cha imam dharmyam. Say adhyeshyate, I don't know whether chandas is okay, but anyway. Adhyeshyate cha imam dharmyam.
Adhyeshyate cha imam dharmyam.
Adhyeshyate cha imam dharmyam samvadamavayoh. Okay, adhyeshyate cha imam ya imam.
Adhyeshyate cha
ya imam dharmyam samvadamavayoh.
Dharmyam samvadamavayoh.
Jnana yogena tenaham.
Jnana yajnena
tenaham.
Jnana yajnena tenaham.
Ishtasyamiti me matihi.
Ishtasyamiti me matihi.
So, yaha cha adhyeshyate cha and also adhyeshyate. This is again root future tense. Adhyeshyate means one who studies, one who understands. Adhyeti, adhi plus eti, adhyeti. Yeshyati is future, isn't it? Adhyeshyate cha, yaha adhyeshyate, one who studies this. Studies means through a teacher, not self-study or internet study, but through a teacher. Adhyeshyate cha. Imam dharmyam samvadam avayoho. Avayoho means belonging to we two. Avayoho. Mama avayoho asmakam. Avayoho, for our samvadam. Our samvadam avayoho. Avayoho samvadam means the conversation which has taken place between us. Dharmyam. Dharmyam is, we have seen this word, dharmad anapetam, one which is not deviating from dharma, one which is in consonance with dharma, in accordance with dharma. So that is what is dharmyam. Dharmyam samvadam avayoho. Then jnana yajnena tena aham ishtaha. Tena, by such a person, aham, I, ishtaha. Ishtaha means worshipped. You know the word ishti. Ishti means yajna. Ishtaha means one who has worshipped, one who has been worshipped. Ishti is worship or yajna. Ishtaha means one for whom this yajna has been performed. So what is the yajna here? It is the jnana yajna. Jnana yajnena aham ishtaha syam. I am deemed to have been worshipped. I am deemed to have been worshipped by this jnana yajna. Jnana yajnena aham ishtaha syam. Syam means I am deemed to have, ishtasyam, I am deemed to have been worshipped by the process of jnana yajna. Iti me matihi. This is what is my say opinion. Mati means manadhatu. It is my opinion. This is my mati. It is my opinion. So that is the sloka here. Yaha, the one who listens to this, who studies this particular samvada between us, and this samvada which is something which is say in accordance with dharma. For this dharmyam, Nilakanta uses a very beautiful word. He says dharma megha nama. He says dharmyam, dharma megha nama. Dharma megha is one word which is used in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So dharma megha. Megha means no, megha. Megha means clouds. Megham, what does it do? It rains. If it is a dense megham, if it is a dense cloud, it rains profusely, quite well, isn't it? Rains heavily rather. So dharma megha is something pushkala punya vrustikaraha. Tadvat, he says, pushkala punya vrusti. Punya vrusti means rain of all punyas on you. So this dharmyam sangramam is samvadam is going to rain all punyas on your head. So that is the point. He says, Nilakanta Vyakya, he says, Pushkala Punya Vrushti Karaha. So that is what he says. So like that, this Dharmyam Sangramam, Samvadam is something which is going to give all, which is raining all boons, Punya Phalam. It is raining boons on us, not one or two boons, it is raining boons on us. So many things will happen. So that is the point. So, jnana yajnena teraham ishtasyamiti me matihi. I am deemed to have been worshipped by this jnana yajna. So this is my opinion. So that is what. See the bhashyam. Adhyeshyate cha patishyati.
Adhyeshyate cha patishyati.
Ya imam dharmyam dharmadanapetam samvada rupam grantham grantham.
Ya imam dharmyam
dharmadanapetam samvada rupam grantham avayoho.
Samvada rupam grantham avayoho.
Tena idam krutam syat. Jnana yajnena vidhi japa upamshu manasanam yajnanam.
Jnana vidhena vidhi japopamshu manasanam
yajnanam. Jnana yajnaha manasa yajnat.
Jnana yajnaha manasa yajnat.
Vishishtratamaha. Ityataha. Tena jnana yajnena Gita Shastrasya Adhyayanam Stuyate. So this study of Gita Shastra is equated, it is being praised. Stuyate means it is being praised, it is being extolled. Gita Shastrasya Adhyayanam, that is the study of Gita Shastra is being extolled in this manner. In what manner? The adhyeshyate patishyati, one who will study. Adhyeshyate also is in future tense. Yaha imam dharmyam, the one who studies this. What is that? Dharmyam, dharma dhanapetam, that which is not deviating from dharma. Samvada rupam grantham avayoho. This particular grantha, this particular text, which is of the nature of this samvada between us, tena idam krutam syat. This is deemed to have been done by him. Tena idam krutam syat means this is deemed to have been done by him. What is that? Jnana yajnena, what is that? He is again explaining that. Vidhi japa upamshu manasanam yajnanam means yajnanam madhye, we have to understand like that. There are different types of prescriptions, that is vidhi. That is, there is one, say some sort of vidhi is there, karma is there. Then upamshu. Upamshu means just silently you are doing this just by moving of lips. Vidhi is uttering that mantra loudly. Then upamshu means that is just slowly muttering to yourself, and then slowly just not giving out too much sound, but then at the same time there is some little bit of sound. Then manasa. Manasa means you are contemplating on the meaning of that mantra. Contemplating, suppose there is a japa of a particular mantra. In that there is what is called a upamshu japam, vachika japam, and manasa japam. Vachika japam is you are reciting it loudly. Then upamshu means just you are just muttering slowly, you are just om bhurbhuvasvata savitru, something like that. Then manasa, you are not even doing internally, you are contemplating on the meaning. You are doing, of course, you are doing that internally, but you are contemplating on the meaning, dwelling on the meaning of it. That is what manasa japam. So manasa japa is something which is sreshtam, that is utkrishtam, that is something which is superior. Because if you don't dwell on the meaning, the mind will be running here and there. That basic problem with all our pujas is that all the mantras are in Sanskrit. If you don't constantly dwell on the meaning, then the mind will be wandering. The lip is doing its job, then tongue is doing its job, but then the mind is gone. So dwelling on the meaning of the mantra is very important. So upamshu manasanam yajnanam madhye jnana yajnaha manasa yajnat means because it is of the nature of manasa. Jnana yajna is something which is of the nature of manasa, something relating to the mind. Manasa yajnat vishishtatamaha. You see, you may control your lips, you may control your tongue, but you can't control your mind. So, but here you are controlling your mind, restricting your mind from wandering here and there. So that is the point. Vishishtatamaha, this is something which is greatest. Iti tena jnana yajnena Gita Shastrasya Adhyanam Suyate. That is, the Gita Shastra, study of Gita Shastra is being praised in that manner. Phalavidhirevava. Or otherwise, it should be taken as Phalavidhi, Phalashruti. That is, this is the result of this. So that is it. Then Devatadi Vishayajnana Yajna Phala Tulyam. Tena Adhyanena, that is coming later. Yeah, maybe this book is having one line extra. Phalavidhirevava Devatadi Vishayajnana Yajna Phala Tulyam. Devatadi Vishayajnana Yajna Phala Tulyam Asya Phalam Bhavati iti. Asya Phalam Bhavati iti. Even if it is not there, it doesn't matter, because there is one more extra line giving the same meaning. That is Phalavidhirevava. This is again, otherwise it can be taken as Phalavidhi. This Phalam is being told. What is that Phalam? Devata Vishaya Jnana Yajna Phalatulyam. This is equal to the Jnana Yajna which is done in the context of one Deva Yajna. So there are so many Deva Yajnas. Devata Vishaya Jnana Yajna. So there is one Jnana Yajna which is being done for a particular deity. So this is Tulyam. Tulyam means it is equal to that. Asya Phalam Bhavati iti. So this can be equated with the Jnana Yajna which is done in the context of some Devata. So it is like that. Iti Phalam. Then Tena Adhyayanena Aham Ishtaha Pujitasyam Aham Ishtaha Pujitaha Syam Bhaveyam iti Me Mama Matihi Nishchayaha. Okay, Tena Adhyayanena. By such study, Aham Ishtaha means Pujitaha. I am worshipped. Ishti, we know. Ishti, Pujitaha. Pujitaha Syam means Bhaveyam. So I will be, I am deemed to be worshipped by such a person. Iti me mama matihi nishchayaha. This is my nishchaya, this is my confirmed opinion. That is it. Atha shroturidam phalam. Now the listener, now all these pravachanas, the people who listen. One is a teacher. In fact, the teacher is a one man actually who adhyashyati. Because in order to teach, I have to study more thoroughly. I have to study it. I have to see 4 or 5 bhashyams and all that, and then I have to teach. So the teacher actually is the student. then the student actually is the listener. For the first time when you are listening, you are not exactly doing adhyanam, probably you are doing listening. So when you want to become a teacher, maybe then you will become a adhyayana, say one who you will be doing real adhyanam at that time. Then after attaining some nishtha in that teaching, suppose I also develop some nishtha, then maybe I can be called a teacher. So right now I am also doing adhyayana. So that is the stage. So atha shrotuhu idam phalam. For the listener, this is the phalam. What is that phalam? Shraddhavan anasuyascha
Shraddhavan anasuyascha
Shrunuyadapi yo naraha
Shrunuyadapi yo naraha
Sopi muktashubhan lokan
Sopi muktashubhan lokan
Prapnuyat punyakarmanam.
Prapnuyat punyakarmanam.
So Shraddhavan anasuyascha. One who is having that Shraddha. Shraddha is that faith and devotion. Anasuyaha. One who does not berate this particular teaching, one who does not belittle this teaching, saying that this Krishna Yadav is told something and then let us forget about it. Anasuyascha Shrunuyadapi Yaha Naraha. Yaha Naraha means the person who Shrunuyadapi, even merely listens. Shrunuyad api. Api by the word api, even merely, in that sense that api is used, even merely by listening. Merely by listening. Sopi, that person also, muktaha. Muktaha means he will also be, say, gradually released. In fact, muktaha is used as a stuti here. Because one mukta, he will not attain shubha lokas. Mukta will not go to any loka. But here he says, sopi muktaha, shubhan lokan prapnuyat. Shubhan lokan prapnuyat means that is some degree of mukti we can say. Shubhan lokan prapnuyat. He will attain some shubha lokas. He will go to some good lokas, where he has the facility to understand, where he has the facility to study further. So that sort of thing we have to visualize. So loka all said and done a particular janma, isn't it? Lokyante bhujyante iti janmani, as Shankaracharya says. That is, he will attain such janmas where he will have a greater facility to study, and then through that he will become mukta. So we have to understand that way. Shubhan lokan prapnuyat punyakarmanam. All those people who do punyakarmas, the lokas which they attain, the lokas which all these punyakarmas attain, the such lokas this man also will attain. So you need not do yajna, yaga, etc., etc. You listen to this, what is this pravachanas, you will attain this punya. So he says. So let us see the bhashyam. Shraddhavan shraddhadhanaha
Shraddhavan shraddhadhanaha
Anasuyascha asuyavarjitas san
Anasuyascha asuyavarjitas san
Imam grantham shrunuyadapi
Imam grantham shrunuyadapi
Yo naraha Api shabdat kimuta arthagnanavan
Api shabdat kimuta arthagnanavan
Sopi papat muktaha
Sopi papat muktaha
Shubhan prashastan lokan Prapnuyat punyakarmanam agnihotradi karmavatam.
Prapnuyat punyakarmanam agnihotradi karmavatam.
Okay. So shrotuhu idam phalam. For the listener, this is the phalam. Shraddhavan, shraddadhanaha. One who is having that shraddha. Shraddadhanaha. That shraddha. One who is having, one who is very firmly there in that shraddha. Anasuya, then anasuyascha, one who is devoid of that asuya, asuya varjitas san, by being like that. Imam grantham shrunuyadapi yo naraha. A person who merely listens also. Then api shabdat, by using this api shabda, we should also presume, even by listening, if you are getting such benefits, kimuta arthagnanavan, what to talk of the person who really understands it? Mere listening is one, arthagnana is another thing, isn't it? Arthagnana means you are nearing that objective. Artha is purpose, that objective. Arthagnana, the purpose is Brahma. The purpose or goal is Brahma. Arthagnanavan means the person who is actually realizing that Brahma. What to talk of such a man? If a person who merely listens is getting this thing, kimuta. Kimuta means what to talk of, what to say of. Kimuta, arthagnanavan, what to talk of this arthagnanavan? Sopi, papat muktaha. So this mukta, I told you, this release, not relating to moksha, papat muktaha. Such a person also gets released from all the papas. Papan muktaha. Shubhan prashastan lokan prapnuyat. Shubhan lokan. Shubha means prashasta. Prashasta means praiseworthy. Shamsanam is praising. Prashasta, praised, highly praised. Praised lokas. Prashastan. Prashastan lokan. Highly praised lokas. Lokan. Prapnuyat. He will attain. What is that? Punya karmanam agnihotradi karmavatam. So for those who do all these agnihotra, etc., the lokas which those people attain, this man also will attain by mere listening. So then Shishyasya Shastrartha Grahana Viveka Bubhutsaya Pruchati. Okay, now the teacher, it is the responsibility of a teacher to know whether the Shishya has grasped it or not properly. Grasped it properly or not. So, Shastrartha Grahana, that is grasping the Shastrartha, grasping the meaning of the Shastra. Grahana, Agrahana, Viveka Bubhutsaya. Grahana means grasping, Agrahana means not grasping. Viveka Bubhutsaya, he wants to know very clearly whether he is grasped or not grasped. Bubhutsa means Bodhum Icha, to know, desire to know, desiring to know whether the student has really grasped or not. So that is the overall meaning. Desiring to know whether the student has really grasped or not. Krishna Pruchati, Krishna is asking. So this something more is there. Tad agrahane jnate punaha grahishyami upayantarena api iti prashtur abhiprayah. Prashtuhu abhiprayah. So tad agrahane jnate. If it is known that this man has not grasped it properly, tad agrahana. Agrahana means not grasping it. Tad agrahane jnate. If it is known, once it is known that it is not grasped properly, punaha grahayishyami. In some other manner I will teach. I will use some other techniques and then teach. So this your lesson plan was not good, and then you will use a different lesson plan and then teach him. So grahayishyami upayantarena, by some other manner, by some other lesson plan. Iti prashtuhu abhiprayah. This is the abhipraya, this is the opinion, this is the idea of the speaker, of the prashtuhu, that is the person who is questioning. Prashtuhu means one who puts a prashna is prashta. One who asks is a prashta. Prashtur abhiprayah. Then yatnantaram asthaya शिष्यः कृतार्थः कर्तव्यः इत्याचार्य धर्मः प्रदर्शितो भवति. Okay, yatnantaram by taking resort to some other method. Yatnantaram, prayatnantaram, asthaya means by taking recourse to, by adopting some other technique. Shishya krutartha kartavyaha. The shishya should be made a krutartha. Krutartha means one who achieves his goal, one who achieves his artha is krutartha. Krutam artham yena. That is the person, the objective is reached. That is what that person is called krutartha. Shishya krutartha kartavyaha iti acharya dharma pradarshito bhavati. This is the acharya dharma. This is the responsibility. This is the dharma of the acharya, teacher. So that is why we have to ask, is it clear? Is it clear? So something like that the teacher has to ask. So that is what Krishna is doing now. Okay, let us read the shloka. Kachidetat shrutam partha tvaya chetasa kachid ajnana sammoha pranashtaste dhananjaya. He Dhananjaya, kachit etat shrutam partha. He partha, he Dhananjaya, both are sambodhana. That is, he partha, kachid etat shrutam. Kachit, whenever this kachit comes, it is questioning. That is prashnarthaka. Kachid etat shrutam. Has it been shruta? Has it been heard clearly? Has it been heard properly? Kachid etat shrutam means this is heard. Kachid etat shrutam. If you add kachid, it becomes a question. Kachid etat shrutam means has it been heard properly? Tvaya ekagrena chetasa. By you. Ekagrena chetasa means with a very, very concentrated mind. Ekagram. Agra means point. Ekagram means one pointed. Ekagra. Agra means a tip. Ekagra means one pointed. Chetasa means by this chetas, by the mind. Kachid ajnana sammoha pranashtaha. Ajnana sammoha. Sammoha means again moha. Sam plus moha. The same moha. More moha is called sammoha. That is this false knowledge. Sammoha is delusion. Delusion means false knowledge only. All this false knowledge due to this ajnana, has it been destroyed completely? Pranashtaha, prakarshena nashtaha. Destroyed completely means it should not again open up. It should not again come up. So that is it. Kasya ajnana sammoha prakarshena nashtaha. That is pranashta is prakarshena nashtaha. That means it is totally destroyed. You should not rise again. That is the point. Hey Dhananjaya, te sammoha kachit pranashtaha. Is it destroyed? So let us see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.